Wait, make sure that your cell phones are completely off.
Completely. Okay, I got it.
Two-minute warning, just like the Cowboys.
You could not take that.
Next year.
Yeah, next year.
I don't know what I want to
Big bird.
Good morning.
Hi, Judge. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. January 13th, 2020, 10 a.m. Monday. Stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Report now, progress.
Any person that appear before the court this time regarding any general issue or matter that is not in the agenda.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Just to inform you, we have 54 inmates. And as I mentioned a few minutes ago, Judge Sheriff Rivera is on his way for a presentation at our office, so I'll be exiting the just a little bit. We have also completed our uniforms for our dispatchers, so everyone's already with the new uniforms paid through for fine. We've completed that task on that. 2 vehicles were loaned out this month, one to Commissioner Margie Gonzalez and one to the police department in Orange Grove. We will be assisting the Congressman Timon Vela on Monday next week. I know the court's closed for MLK, but we will be assisting Timon Vela on his 50th anniversary Vietnam era. So that will take place at the fairground. Thank you.
Sure. Anyone else at this time like to report?
Morning, County Judge, Commissioner.
Morning.
I just want to tell you all, I wish you good luck in the forthcoming election. Carlos, Margie, Richard, Danny, Lee, Rex, Amanda. I hope you all come out victorious, as you know. Everybody has the right to run for whatever position, and I hope you all do okay. And we are going to get to working together and unite ourselves in upgrading our county roads and our budgets and the expenditure in our budget and the longevity based on what you buy and spend on what, and get clarification to your position that's for your money being spent on. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to come up?
Yeah, man, yeah, that's the most.
Okay, then we'll go on to the agenda item number 4, consider approving minutes for previous meeting.
Move to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 5, consideration and approval of the offer to purchase tax sale property, suit 0611 4164B, Fremont Independent School District, and the City of Fremont versus Constancia Garza Estate and Isidro Garza Jr.
Mr. Ariano is offered $1,200 on that property.
What's that, Mr. Gibbon?
Mr. Ariano has offered $1,200 for that property. Yeah, I don't know what the, let me see. So our share would be, $415.
That's how much we would give.
Right.
Okay, there's been a purchase, an offer's been made by Mr. Javier.
Move to approve.
Ariano Jr. Second. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. And all those opposed? Motion carries. Do we need to read this out, Mr. Gibbon, or?
No.
It's okay. Agenda item number 6, discuss and consider the Leal's Boxing Club, the request of $8,000 to be used for implementation of drug prevention programs for the children of the Alice or community in Alice. This was brought forward and submitted by the Dallas Boxing Club. Do you have anybody here on behalf of the Dallas Boxing Club?
That request is just submitted, not just, we have to make a motion on it?
No, I don't believe so.
Usually this is the discretionary fund, these are the discretionary funds that come from the sheriff and the district attorney that the county commissioners court can use for drug prevention purposes. But I think, and Commissioner, you probably know this, there's a schedule, we usually receive these in April or
There's
May.
guidelines to follow, and then you also have to mention Fund 50. And we can accept it because it meets the deadline.
But it doesn't get
But
awarded until June.
But he has to be qualified, you know, so.
These are the same fund that went to the Boys and Girls Club and the West Side Youth Center.
Correct, right. Last year we had 2 applicants, and we always keep a reserve, I believe a $25,000 reserve. Whatever we have over and above the $25,000, we divide between the qualified applicants. Last year we had 2. And so this would make assuming that those same 2 reapply this year, we'd have now 3.
And there's criteria that needs to be.
We can make the motion to accept it. It doesn't necessarily he's gonna get it granted, but if he qualifies, goes through all the procedures and qualifies, then he can get funded, not to the exact amount, but for something that's, in June the 1st, I think, when we issue out to.
Is one of the items that they have to be a 501c?
Yeah, you gotta qualify, you gotta be a nonprofit, you gotta,
There's a lot of criteria.
go under chapter 59, there's a lot of qualifications.
Commissioner Rosales was asking how much money is in there. In Fund 50 right now, we have $58,413.62, and we keep $25,000 in there at all times, so that leaves about $33,413.62. At this
And that's
time.
normally the way we split it, whoever's applied for it, right? Accordingly.
It's an annual decide, like,
I guess each year we go back and look at any applicants or anybody that's out there.
yes, and you all decide, like, if you ask for it, you all decide what you want.
What portion or what
portion
percentage or.
The Boys Club and, website will probably be here later on.
Well, we can accept this Austin,
And you
not
decide.
necessarily make a decision based
No.
on.
Right, because you don't necessarily have to split it evenly. It's discretionary fund, so you can decide to what level you want to, fund.
That's just to meet the criteria, we need to.
Correct.
Get an idea.
You have to apply for it before, May the 1st, Judge.
Okay.
And so he meets that procedure there.
Okay.
And then he's gotta qualify through chapter 59, and, you know, there's a lot of qualifications that would
But the
qualify.
first, he's meeting in by.
Right, you can
by
accept,
now.
you can accept the request,
So where to-
but you're not approving it today,
So he made a
Nor
motion
the
to
amount.
request.
nor the amount, right, all of that.
No, it's not gonna be granted unless we say so. So I make a motion that we accept the request, not
And I have a
necessarily funded.
I have a motion and a second.
I'll second. That's it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Question, Commissioner?
And though has it gone up or been always the same amount?
It all depends on, this is all monies that they put 10% of a lot of the cases when they get the money. It all depends on what cases come to court and at what time, the DA or the sheriff put the 10% in. It's not gonna be consistently the same, it all depends on court case.
Any other questions, Commissioner? Consider a presentation by Joanna Eagan regarding SOURCE Hydropanel technology for production of clean drinking water in rural areas. Ms. Eagan?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I had sent along a presentation on Friday. Do you want me to pull that up, or will it come up on the screen?
Is it this one?
It is.
I'm not sure if,
It's on the,
It
it's
should
right
be
there.
there.
get it going.
Okay. Thank you. Perfect. You can go ahead and click on the next slide. Thank you. So thanks for having me this morning. I've been speaking with Commissioner Margie Gonzalez for, I guess, a few months now about our technology, and so I wanted to bring it in front of the larger group here to educate you on our conversations and then see if there might be other opportunities to work with additional precincts in Colonia. So our company is Zero Mass Water. We're a water technology company. We've been around since 2014, based out of Phoenix, Arizona. And this is our technology that you see right there on that second slide. It's called a hydropanel on the right-hand side. So it looks similar to a solar panel, but rather than creating energy, it's creating pure water completely off the grid. So it doesn't require any electrical input or any water input. And it's just using the power of the sun and a patented process that we use with materials inside to absorb water moisture from the air. So it's creating a pure water from the start versus taking a dirty water and purifying that throughout a process. So it is modular in the sense that you can scale it to meet the water demands needed. So just as an example, we work with residential households that will typically use 2 hydro panels, and that will provide enough drinking water for a family of 4 to 6 people. So 2 hydro panels here in Texas would produce about a case of bottled water a day. And then on a larger scale, we can provide enough water for an entire community. And so you can produce about 1 million liters of water a year on about an acre of land if you scale the technology accordingly. So if you don't mind sliding down, thank you. And so as you can see here, we've been around since 2014. We have projects actively installed in over 35 countries. And so that's ranging from single family homes to entire communities, hospitals, schools, orphanages, and many other applications across the globe, producing water in a variety of climates, from very dry areas to very humid areas as well, which is another benefit of the technology. It doesn't rely on an abundance of moisture in the air. Thank you. Next slide. So I won't spend too much time here because I think you're all very familiar with some of the challenges in the colonias that lack infrastructure, but that is an area where we have been focused working in very remote areas that don't have current water service, because the technology is able to produce water regardless of needing the infrastructure. We can set up the hydro panels and immediately start producing water in any areas. So if you go down one more, thank you. So several of the benefits include being local, so having the local community own the water there and the transparency of the technology. So you actually have the ability to monitor through our technology. There's a chip inside each hydro panel, the water quality real time inside the panels. And so we can tell you real time the transparency of that water quality that we maintain and we monitor from our headquarters. It is a very high quality water, as I mentioned. It's pure water from the start versus dirty water that's taken and made pure. It's resilient, so regardless of environmental conditions like drying and depleting natural resources, the water is always there, it's always producing because of the abundant moisture in the air. It's very cost effective in community settings compared to traditional infrastructure projects. And then it's immediate, so we can ship hydro panels down and deploy those within a matter of a few weeks, and it's instantly producing the water. So as a quick example of a nearby county we've been working with is Webb County. So it's been about a year and a half now that we've been working with the commissioners there. We have installed hydro panels at 2 of the community centers at La Fresa and Santa Teresita. And we've now worked with them. We're about to roll out a much larger project for about 200 hydro panels for each colonia, which will provide all of their drinking water needs. And so what I've talked to Commissioner Margie Gonzalez about is our water purchase agreement. And so basically what that does is allows for no upfront cost option. So Zero Mass Water will handle all of the cost of the shipping, the technology, the installation, and then we transact simply on a purchase agreement of the water cost only. So it's a fixed price per liter basis, and basically it solves for all of the hurdles of needing to borrow money or having any upfront capital to transact on such projects. And so if you go down one more slide here, what we talked about specifically is in Amargosa Colonia, an area that currently doesn't have water service. And so we have the ability to do either a central array at a community location or at the individual home level. So I know in this instance, from talking to Commissioner, it likely makes the most sense to install at the individual home level to solve for some of the elderly populations and water hauling challenges. So we've talked about a project to scope potentially 2 hydro panels per home. There's an assumption here of about 125 homes in the colonia. And what we'd be looking at for that project would be about 40 cents per liter over the term. So 2 hydro panels will produce close to about 8 liters of water per day, which again is about a case of bottled water a day. And then it would be just over about $80 a month per home if you factor in that 40 cents per liter. So of course there's the ability for the county to charge either a fixed rate or a flat rate for the month for community members to have that service as well and recoup some of that cost. So the cost comparison here, the second example, as you can see in that second bullet, is just based off of Webb County and the data that they provided us from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the Texas Water Development Board. But their estimated project to get water to those 2 colonias was over $6 million and a multi-year infrastructure development plan. So in comparison, our cost was less than 2% of that at just over $100,000, and the ability to provide that in just 4 to 6 weeks. And that would sustain for over 15 years of water. So with that, I'd be glad to take any questions or speak with anyone separately about additional opportunities in mind.
Where does the water collect and how do you pipe it to the home?
Sure. So inside there's an internal reservoir. So you see there, that's a field of hydro panels. Each panel individually has a reservoir. And so each hydro panel can store up to 30 liters. And it's constantly circulating, and it actually goes through an ozonation process, which means we hit it with ozone gas to ensure that while it's stored, there's no bacteria that can get into that. So it remains at kind of the highest level, stronger than UV filtration, to ensure that that water is pure. And then you can pipe it to either a home or a central dispenser. So in the case of 2 hydro panels on a home, we typically will just run that line directly into the house, and you can have another little dispenser on your tap, or you can have it run through your refrigerator, or really just any household dispenser that you'd like.
That would eliminate bottled water, all that.
Exactly. Exactly, so the hope would be for some of our cost comparisons, that this would actually be a cheaper alternative, and obviously more convenient for the residents.
And cleaner,
Exactly,
and more precise, I guess.
right,
We don't
and
know
more
what you think.
sustainable,
Yeah. And the plastic, just does away with that plastic. that-
Exactly.
Just,
exactly.
commissioners.
Where's the closest hydro panel source?
In this area,
In Los County.
it probably would be Webb County for the closest project that we've done to here. Yeah, that's right, in the Laredo area. So what we could do, if, I know sometimes there's a reluctance to enter into an agreement before you actually test the technology, we could always install a few hydro panels somewhere nearby, whether it's a community center or somewhere centrally located, for you guys to kind of see the technology, drink the water, understand it, and then talk further if that would be of interest.
Or we could also go and visit the facility.
Exactly. We could schedule a trip. We have hydro panels installed in Far, Texas as well. I don't know if that's a little bit closer. No,
Laredo.
Laredo.
Any other questions? Ms. Egan, thank you for the presentation.
Thank you, thanks for your
Will you
time.
please leave some material?
Of course.
Literature available with my office, can you do so?
Of course, I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item number 8, consider and take action to post or express proposals for rent and operation of courthouse snack bar kitchen. How do we go about doing this?
We can just-
We haven't been here before, so this is.
Yeah, we can just write up a request, inviting applicants to, we'll post it on our website, and invite applicants that want to manage the snack bar to.
Make an offer or something, or?
To submit their proposals. The agreement that we had with Ms. Benavides was for $190 a month. She was open, Monday through Friday for breakfast, and occasionally she would have a lunch special, but she wasn't obligated to have the lunch special. So typically, I think she would open, what, 7:30, JC?
Yes.
And she would be open till 10. So that was the agreement we had with her.
Okay, so we can post it, I move that we, accept the agenda item number 8 is posted, or as stated.
She also asked that we, consider including in the proposal that whoever the successful applicant is, if they're interested in buying the soda machine, that belongs to her personally, and she would like to sell it to whoever, comes in.
Do you have a second for the motion stated? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 9, consider take action to approve resolution regarding a financing agreement, including selecting a term of two years for the purpose of procuring a wheel loader and related equipment for use by Precinct 4 Road and Bridge Department. So, agenda item.
Yeah, there's an attachment on that, and we have a choice between a 3-year or a 4-year term. And of course, that would change the annual payment by about $4,000.
Did you send me an attachment, Michael?
I see it here, Noe's got it, Noe's got it.
It's not on here.
Oh, it's not on here?
No,
Okay. Okay, well, we have it, I'm sorry.
We discussed that we're gonna go with the 4-year.
The 4-year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
And that's 4 annual payments and they're gonna be $11,945.60. The first one is 1 year from the signing and annually after that. And this is, equipment cost is $42,969.17, and could you describe the equipment specifically?
Sorry?
What is,
What's that one?
what, the equipment,
It's a front loader,
is it from?
a wheel front loader.
Okay, so that is what it is. He was just asking for yours.
It's a Doosan, wheel front loader that we're renting on a purpose, that we're gonna purchase.
Motion to approve. If I can borrow it. Attachment.
I'd like a motion to approve.
I have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second, Mark? Okay.
and just to specify, we're going with the 4-year term.
4-year
term for the 4-year.
For the $11,945.
and 4 payments, right?
Yes.
Annually?
Yes.
Yeah, and for the record, that anybody, it's kind of general property, you know, I guess, just anytime we purchase any of these type of equipment, I guess, and the idea is to, in the future, be able to consolidate that, be able to be more effective, and probably bring our resources and our forces together.
Yes, it's something that I guess is being a little bit utilized a little bit more for their sharing equipment, they're working on the roads, and more of a unified road system at this time, and that seems to be working that way. At this point, precinct 4 is buying it, it's gonna be under him, but then it's up to you all as to what you all and want to use it for sheriff.
And that would be the idea, create some type of schedule or.
We started that with, hearing equipment. You know how many miles that you get to do, Margie, so far? Okay,
On the,
that's all that we need to do.
the initial, during the summer,
What have you
like
think?
about a mile and a half.
And Rachel paid some already too.
But it's 6 miles.
6 miles, I'm at about close to 5. So when fall comes again, that's what we're gonna do. I'll go first, of course, and then we'll shoot that way to Margie and do the, like, so we're all, it's working, you know. Just hope it continues.
Do we need to vote?
Would you need to vote?
Okay, just, we had a motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Item number 10, requesting approval of ED and ED locations for the 2020 March 3rd primary Democratic and Republican election. That's the early voting and the other one.
Election.
Ms. Coleman?
Election.
Okay, you want to
Yes, good morning,
Good
Judge,
morning.
Commissioners. Thank you so much for your time. I'm here today to present to you the early voting locations, along with their hours, along with the election day, locations that will be used. And also a list of the judges that have been provided. Unfortunately, Mark Parade, which is the Democratic chairperson, could not be here today. He has been working very, very long hours, so he will be submitting his list a little bit later. But I do have, Mr. Charlie Ragland here. He represents the Republican Party, and his list has been sent. There are some, locations that have not been filled, but they will all be filled by the time the primary comes around. Okay? Let me, excuse me. Thank you. Let me start with the early voting locations. We have 3 permanent locations. We have the one here at the courthouse, the Orange Grove City Hall, and the Fremont City Hall, with everybody going from 8 to 12, 1 to 5. This way there is no change in the hours that we have here in our office. We are also going to be recommending that we have on February the 22nd, a Super Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at all the locations. On election day, we will be opening up all 21 polling locations, and you have a list of them before you.
Can you, can that be, you can't see the polling places?
You can't see them? You can stop by my office and pick up a list if it's approved by the commissioners. You can stop by there.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any other questions, Commissioners, regarding the locations or anything? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. And all those opposed? Motion passes. Ms. Coleman, thank you very much. And you'll have that available at your office, correct?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
Will you also be approving the judges as well?
Do you have?
That's the next item, no?
Yes,
That's the next item.
that have been, presented to you all. for the 2020 and the 2021 election cycle.
Agenda item number 11, requesting approval of election judges from the Democratic and Republican parties for the 2020 and 2021 election cycle.
So right now you just have the,
I just have the Republican one, yes. Like I said, Mark DeRay has been very, very busy, working very long hours, and he has not submitted his. But he will be submitting it, and I will be, sending it to each and every one of you.
Okay,
So we have to, since his list isn't, let's see, the county chair. I don't, my question is, I don't know whether the commissioners court has to approve the judges, just the locations for a primary.
that's a good question, and now we can proceed.
Because we can't approve the Democrats because they haven't submitted it, and it says 32.006 says the county chair of a political party holding a primary election shall appoint for each primary the judges for each precinct in which the election will be held. I know we have to approve them, the commissioners court has to approve them for the general election.
Yes, and these will be the same judges that you will be using during the general election, depending on the, precinct, whether it's a Democratic precinct or it's a Republican precinct.
But these that are here right now, Tony, they're just a Republican, right?
Excuse me?
The ones on the list here,
Yes,
they're just Republican.
yes.
Okay, so
So-
previously, how have we done this? The commissioners approved the list of names that were submitted by each party representative,
I think we do that for the general, but not
not for
for,
the primary?
not for the primary.
Well, for now, we'll accept what's been submitted, and if need be, then we'll accept that, additional list from the Democratic Party, and then we can get that on there and approve that.
Okay.
So I move that we, accept the, agenda item as stated.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, Ms. Coleman, thank you. And we got one more, right?
Yes.
Agenda item number 12, requesting the approval of the order for additional early voting on Saturday, Super Saturday on February 22nd, 2020. I move that we accept that, agenda item as presented. And I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you for all your hard work, Tony. Thank you. Agenda item number 13, consider approved payroll bills as submitted by county auditor.
I make a motion to approve the bill for the, exemption of Fund 52.
We have a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, everyone. Any questions, any other questions? I'm moving to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. This motion is adjourned. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.